the guy's back. I didn't have the light on yet, but we'll do the fancy light effect. How about that? There you go. That's a little much, isn't it? There we go. That's better. So yeah, boy, did things get ugly real quick. Kind of warned you about this. Kind of thought we might see this happen. Nonetheless, we'll hit a 30-minute stream here. No reason to talk about this terribleness for hours. We'll just cut right to it, shall we? Welcome to Crypto Before Dark. I hope you've had a good day. Probably not, but if not, no worries. Go hit the like button. We'll be here hanging out, shooting the bull for the next half hour. It's free to hit like. While you're there, subscribe. You know, Google tells me the most you guys watch don't subscribe. Why not? And last but not least, hit the notification bell. If you're over on X, repost this. Let everybody know you're watching. Hit the like heart, little heart there on the video so everyone can see it. And if you're over on Rumble, I appreciate you guys over there. Hit the like button over on Rumble. And go post the same thing up, y'all. I'm going to do that right now in Rumble. There we go. I just dropped a comment. You guys drop a comment too. Why don't you? Why don't you? Pin. There we go. All right. So let me make sure all these videos are working right, because I got a bunch of streaming shit going at once right now. I don't expect we'll have a ton. What's up, Crypto Big D? What's up, Philip? I don't expect we'll have a ton of people in here, but we'll keep it real and talk about the facts. Bottom line, price action is horrible, but it's all under the trend and all kind of what we expected, which is what I've been trying to warn everyone about the multiple past few days. What you see here, like I explained last live stream, is a lot of lower highs and lower lows. We do get new highs come in, right? You can see that, these little spikes up in price. These are trying to make little highs, but the problem is each one is progressively lower than the last one. And that's lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Brutal, brutal. On top of that, instead of holding on to the low that it made, it goes even farther and makes a lower low, right? You made one higher low right there, but now it's lower lows again. So 4 out of 5 lows have been lower and 5 out of 5 highs have been lower. You need two things for an uptrend. You need higher highs and higher lows. You need two things for a downtrend: lower highs and lower lows. And that's exactly what we've got on the chart: lower highs and lower lows. You have a defined downtrend here, and this thing just keeps on chopping lower and lower and lower, eating liquidity up as we go. What is that? What does that mean, eating liquidity up? Well, we're able to use the chart and see certain levels where buyers and sellers are coming in, and where the degenerates, either short sellers or bulls, one or the other, doesn't matter who, we're able to see where they jump in and pile in by looking at a basic liquidity chart, which I'll show you right here. You can get this over on CoinGlass. Right here is a link for it. Copy. I'll drop it in the chat right here on X. There you go. How about for the YouTube? Paste. And for Rumble as well. Paste. That's the link to CoinGlass. This will show you the liquidation chart that I've got right here on the screen. Now, this is for 30 days. So 30 days out, a month worth of price action, not some hourly thing, right? And what do you see? Nothing but shorts piling in, piling in, piling in. All these yellows are 50x leverage trades, and the oranges are worse. They're double that, 100x leverage. And on the other side are the longs. And what do you see? Massive shorts and only a few longs. Like, it's not rocket science to see how bad that looks, right? I believe you can all pick up on the fact that that's brutal to look at. There aren't very many longs left over here. As you see, there's only a few spikes left over the curve. That curve right there is in green for the shorts and in red for the longs. And they go down to about 96.5. 96.5. So we have liquidity worth going after down to about 96,500. Where is that at on the chart? Well, I got some dashed lines drawn here for you so you can kind of see where they're at. This line right here that I have drawn is about 97.5, not even 96.5. So 96.5 actually starts to dig in over here into this old support zone that we had going all the way back to February, March, and April. That's how far back the liquidity looks like it's going to hunt and take us out at. And why do I say that? Well, we're currently making a new low, and I'll draw you a new line in here at 96.5. 96.5 right there. We'll draw a horizontal line because that's what we just saw on CoinGlass shows us whereabouts the liquidity sits. And I don't want to be wrong with this. I want to be as accurate as I can. So I'm going to pull a line there and I'll make it a dash line and I'll make it green. All the longs are in green. And as you see, the longs are few and far between as compared to the shorts. The shorts just keep getting harder and harder and harder and stronger and stronger and stronger, like they own that good Viagra and good Cialis. So we're not far away from another liquidation. You can kind of see it right there. Now this red box is kind of hanging on here, trying to hold strong. I hope it continues to do that, but we really don't have any empirical evidence that it will continue to do that. As a matter of fact, we have evidence it's going to get worse. And I say that because here is your previous lows and here is your new low. That's you got it right, a lower low. More downtrend, which is what this little short-term red trend line right here is for. It's just reading all the lower lows and lower highs on the short term down on the 4-hour chart, right? So what's likely to happen is we either get two things. We either get another stab down to around 96.5, which would clear out most of the liquidity on the order book, or we get a little bit of idle up back to the trend line and another stab. Same difference, right? With just a little bit of a head fake in between, or the bullish side of this, we chart sideways, we job sideways, and then we break out, and then we sprint back up toward 100K again, and we can attempt to attack these lows at 100,000 because we've now lost 100,000, which was crucial. Losing a psychological number like 100,000 is a big deal. You really, really, really don't want to lose big psychological numbers. Those big psychological numbers help prop you up. All right. And if we continue to lose those, things continue to get darker and more grim as we go. And I hate to say that, but it is what it is, right? We keep it real or we keep it to ourselves. That's what we do on this channel. All right, that's the whole first clip right there. What's up, Crypto Big Dig, Max XRP, Mr. XRP, good to see you. Bill Childers, what's up, brother? What's up, Thor's Hammer Crew Chief, Alex Bale, good to see you guys. And shout out to the people over on X. Almost 300 people watching already. I didn't expect that. I expected nobody to show up. Go figure. All right, so let's go to the higher time frames here. Everybody hates it when I look at the low time frames and they just talk shit to me. Fine. Let's go to the higher stuff, shall we? Oh, and we shall. Here's the weekly chart. Now, I've got this trend line pulled going all the way back to the history of Bitcoin. Oh boy, what am I doing here? Auto. Snap. There we go. So this trend line goes all the way back, right, to 2013. And it's not perfect, but it's thereabouts is what I was trying to draw with this and the sort of the point I was trying to make when I drew it. So if you're a macro guy and you're looking at the monthly chart right here, right? You're looking at this going, hey man, we're still over the trend line. What's the big deal, Keith? And I would say, hey, you know what? You have a valid point. So far, overall, this thing is still over the monthly trend line, the high time frame trend line for Bitcoin. And on the screen right here goes all the way back to 2018. This goes back a long way, yeah? Can this last forever? I think we know the answer is no to that. Is this technically over? Well, I guess we could get one more push up here, right? This is exactly what we've had before. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you're an Elliott wave guy, you're expecting one more wave here. I don't really like Elliott waves. It's very, very subjective to me. So I'll stick with just the data that I've got. I've got another trend line in here. We pull it like that, and that shit don't look so good all of a sudden, does it? Nope. That one failed. That's rough. So even if we do bounce this trend line, we've got to get back over the one we failed. That's going to be a hard bargain to drive, okay? I don't think it's just going to run up there and break that real fast. Let's break it down even farther here. 50 moving average is failing on the weekly. Historically, when you fail the 50 moving average, bull run over. And I'll go back a little farther here. Historically, when you fail the 50 moving average, bull run over. Happened back here in 2019, snapped back over and went down. Look how far below the 50 moving average on the weekly it went. That was the Rona ride. That's what everybody called that. Historically, when you break the 50 moving average on the weekly, it gets ugly. Guys, I don't think I need to spell you that out any farther. This either corrects itself by Sunday or else. And again, it could close here and then run a candle up to the bottom of that 50 moving average and then roll right back down again. Same difference, same brutality would be happening there. The same amount of liquidity would still flow out. All you would get would be, I'll pull it up on 3-day here to give you a better example. All you would get would be a run back up here and another kiss back down, setting up the exact same mode, which would be a liquidity run. Back up to grab a little bit of liquidity from the shorts who got a little bit greedy, and then right back down as those bears reach in and grab another big, huge bite, which is exactly what was on the thumbnail today for the live stream. And I'll flash it up here right quick for you. There you go. The bears are counting cash. Ain't shit you can do about it. It's going to keep happening. All right. So there you go. You can see it now. It's a little bit of a delay from what I'm doing compared to what you guys can see. Sorry, it's like a 5-second delay no matter what I do. I can't control it on X. I can't control it on YouTube. I can control it on Rumble. It's like 2 seconds on Rumble. Which kind of, I like Rumble, man. I honestly, whenever I'm working, I stream Rumble in the background while I'm working, just so I can listen to what I'm doing, to listen to other stuff, whether it be a podcast or I like listening to conspiracy theories to pass time. It's fun. And occasionally car stuff. I love car stuff. I watch a ton of car stuff on a ton of car content. Unfortunately, most of it isn't over on Rumble. Most of it's on YouTube. So I have to go over there and listen to ads. I don't want to pay for YouTube. I'm not that guy. Anyway, all of what I see here is lower highs and lower lows and a dig south further for more liquidity. Is there any horizons here that look good? Well, the RSI is running toward oversold. Now, in general, this will bring up my next point. In general, when people are greedy, you should be what? Fearful. In general, when people are fearful, you should be greedy. So I'm going to pull this up real quick. This is the fear greed index. So like I just said, in general, when people are greedy, you should be fearful in general. And when people are fearful in general, you should be greedy in general. That doesn't mean always or exactly right now. Okay. No financial advice. Do your own shit. I'm just a guy on YouTube and the internet. This is the stock market fear greed index. It's at 24. Extreme fear. You guys see that? Extreme fear. Likewise. How about crypto? 15. 15. Bro. Or I ask you, when people are fearful, mouthful, pause. When people are fearful, shouldn't we be greedy? Or at least think about it? So there's something to leave on the ledge for you to watch out the window, okay? It can still get worse. This can go down to single digits. It's done it before. I've seen it go all the way down to 4, all right? But the point is, things are way down. And if things are way down like this, there's going to be some opportunities in here somewhere. I don't know how long they will last. And we don't know exactly which assets it'll be. But I will say this. We've seen multiple assets jump up several percent in a couple days recently. And I'm going to get to a couple of those now. All right, let's start with Tailcoin. This is really interesting. Look, where'd this come from, everybody? In the last couple days, blame it on news if you must. I don't do the news, fellas, ladies. In the last 2 days, Tailcoin is up 75%. That's even with the bloodshed that we've got going on most of the market. In fact, over the last 2 days, Tailcoin was up 128% before today's big rollback. I ask you, what are we to do if some of these are moving this hard and they're going to go like this? Are we to run away or are we to try to be greedy? Again, that's going to be up for you to decide. But if you're going to see assets like Tailcoin right here break out with a big monster move like this with a ton of volume come in on an asset that, let's be honest, looked dead, well, what comes next? ICP was another great example. ICP from October 31st, November, over a week-long span, up over 200% before it's rolled back now, but up over 200%. My wife was in this. She actually bought it and sold it and took profit. Go figure. I wasn't in it, but she was. Manta, not as much, but even in the big bread bloodshed today, plus 6%. Got some more over here. How about Kava? I saw this out of the corner of my eye today. Kava earlier today was up 25%. Now, obviously, it's rolled back down to 7% now. But the point being, as bad as things are, there's still assets jumping up and doing really, really weird things. I'm not sure where that goes, and I'm not sure where that's going to take us. Just pointing out the fact that things are grim, and we're starting to see some shoot up little signs here. We could always go back to others like ZEC that continue to do really, really well. I mean, even in the bloodshed today, ZEC is still in the green, but this thing's been on an absolute rip. It was up over 400% before the last 4 or 5 days have slowed it down. Bitcoin Cash was another one that done pretty darn well, considering. Look at that. From April to now, she did pretty darn well. Look at that. I think from April, when everything else was doing bad, it was up 153%. There are assets out there making moves, fellas. So I guess the point being behind all this is, I know it's grim and things look rough, and it looks like this bull run might have been over a year ago, which is incredible. That would mean we had a 3-month bull run for most assets. There may be some light on the horizon, especially around the turn of the year. I'm not sure how much light there will be. And I'm not sure if we're already seeing the pullbacks on Bitcoin and it's just acting more like the S&P 500. Because if it's acting more like the S&P 500, well, this is technically okay. This is just how it goes. The S&P 500 will tell you just to keep buying. I get that sentiment. I understand that. I'm not a rich guy. I can't just keep buying. But please note, fear and greed is real. This much fear, there's probably opportunities in here somewhere. And when things get greedy, folks, I can only beg of you. I can't make you do it, but please take your profits. Because Lord knows if you don't take your profits, somebody else will. And I don't want to see that shit, fellas. I don't want to see your profits get took. I don't want to see it. We always do XRP and it's always bad. Okay, let's do it. Even though we always do XRP and it's always bad, we'll still do it. We'll still do it. All right. So for the last, let's just count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 weeks. We have had 13 out of 17 weeks in the red for XRP. 13 out of 17 weeks in the red for XRP. From June to now, we are down 70, right at 73% from June till now. Rough, right? And that's from June, not from the top. From the top, we're down about 35 to 40%, which is a nominal retrace, which means there could be a little bit left in it. But folks, look at this candle here on this daily. Golly.
Damn.
That's rough. It's failing everything, but still over the cloud because it got so bad earlier that even some stuff still looks okay here. It's still green on the end of the cloud. That's not terrible. It's still over the cloud. Problem is you still got the lag line under the candles, and you still got the baseline, which is the blue line right there, under the conversion line. So you've only got 2 out of 4. It's still not a run and hide situation on the Ichimoku cloud. If I pull up any other indicators, it looks grim. It's failing the 821 EMA after rejecting off of the 50 moving average all at once. Boom, boom, boom. 3 days in a row, erased all those gains that came after that big sell-off. You never really hit oversold except back in the big move down when all the exchanges had arbitrage. You haven't ever really went oversold since then. We may have an oversold condition in here somewhere, which means more down. If I pull up the pivots, Pivot point all the way down at 212. So as long as we hold the lows, which is about 220, you could even come down here and tickle 212 as long as it jumped back up here and closed above it. It's still technically not horrible. And I know it looks bad and it looks like there's more downside, and I believe that there is. It could be more. It could be worse. It could be worse. Now that being said, she's still under trend. She's still getting her dick hole smashed. So running in there to hurry up and buy anything still looks super, super sketchy for me. That's why I'm going to sit in stables like I am now, and I'm going to wait this out until the damn rain stops coming. Because I'm telling you what, fellas, she raining. All right? She's raining. And I don't want anyone to get soaking wet. So let's be careful. Pause. Let's be careful. Tiptoe around through this mess and wait for some damn confirmation. I think confirmation would be the best thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, trying to wade through this mess seems super, super risky right now. And I'm looking at it going, gosh, fellas, is this really worth what we're going to get back? There's another question to ask yourself. And come up with your own answer there. You know what I mean? If it's not going to be worth it to you, then don't jump off the diving board. I think that's the best thing to do for a lot of people. Seen a lot of hype on DAG recently. We've been charting DAG for years. So far, here's the weekly chart. You did have a couple good days, but it's henceforth rejected, which is what I was exactly trying to warn everybody about. This is what this thing does. She's still stuck under resistance, which goes all the way back to 2020. Flirting with falling back under a penny again. I don't know that it will. Right now, you're a little bit less than 2 cents. So that's a big ask for now. But this isn't exactly a bullish candle on the weekly chart here. And if I step back to monthly, she's rough. 96% down from highs. It's about 65% down on the year. And the good news here is if it does continue to fall like this, you have support down around 2020, right? There is support down around the 2020 range from the upper support level where you failed this. I'm sorry, from the lower support level where you failed this upper support level. So I called this one upper support, but it's really kind of like mid-range support. So far, it's held on, but we're not guaranteed that this thing's going to keep doing this. In fact, I've drawn 3 other green boxes down here at about 12.5 to 13.5 cents, where I think it's more likely that gets hit. If it snaps out of that before then and breaks out, that'd be great. Beware a breakout and back test of this trend line and then more down. That would really, really sting. So far, so bad. It could improve. It could be worse. There's some right now that look worse than this one on the daily. It is still fighting the 821 EMA, failing it right now. I hate to give it a little bit of dues. It did this back here in September too, right? You had this move up and then it just head faked us and failed again. I think that's probably going to happen with this 50 moving average pressing it down like that. And as well as the Ichimoku cloud. It hasn't been over the Ichimoku cloud since August, and it wasn't over the Ichimoku cloud before a couple days back then. So again, be very careful and tiptoe around here. Things can still get worse. Is what it is. Sorry. My dog's barking. I can't do anything about it, fellas. She's in there and I'm in here, and she's just raising hell. I'm a slave to the market. You thought I was going to go with Brittany, didn't you? Nope. We don't talk about the queen on the stream. Other than that, I could sit here and talk a whole bunch about total market cap and other stuff. I think the last thing we should do is look at Bitcoin dominance. Because just when you thought Bitcoin dominance was going to roll over and quit, here she comes with another big, fat, fucking green candle to pop right back over that 821 EMA, come off that 50 moving average, and keep on going up. What is Bitcoin dominance? Bitcoin dominance is the measure of the amount of Bitcoin money compared to all the other crypto money, right? 60% of the market share for crypto is Bitcoin alone. And it's going up. I know it's been down for the last couple of days, but look, it was down to 57%. Now it's up to 60%. And that's from highs of 66%. 66% market share was Bitcoin's high this cycle. Wild. and it's falling off, but it's still not terrible, right? So as long as this keeps going up and the market keeps going down, no good, folks. If the market's going up while Bitcoin dominance is going down, that's fine, because that means altcoins are getting money brought into them and retail spending money. But so far, we simply haven't seen that happen. They keep getting blasted and they keep getting cooked. So we're stuck waiting and watching and wondering how much longer all this mess will last. And I'm telling you right now, it could be over tomorrow, but it damn sure don't look like it. So far, things just keep getting more and more grim. And I hate to be the realist who has to tell everybody that, but there's going to be very few people who come along and try to keep it real with you. Most people are just going to lie to you and BS you and try to get you to listen to what they want you to listen to. I don't care if you listen to me or not. I hope you do, but I don't care if you listen to me or not. I'm not here telling you to buy anything. I'm not here telling you how bullish the project is or how great the team is. I'm just a chart guy. So the charts look bad. I know some guys are going to come here and say, oh, the charts don't matter and blah, 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 blah. It's all subjective. You're just giving me a bunch of opinion when I'm going to throw a bunch of numbers and facts at you. And those numbers and facts are going to hurt your feelings. But again, your feelings don't matter. Neither do mine. All right. So thank you, everybody, for coming and watching. We had over almost 600 people watching. Damn, y'all. I appreciate that. That's amazing. I did not see us. I did not see us having 600 people show up. That's awesome. So thank you, guys. I really appreciate everyone coming by and hanging out. Come by and hang out like this all the time. We do it twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that more than you can realize. Let's make the best of our days, the worst of our tomorrows. I know things keep getting more and more grim, but let's try to have a better day tomorrow than we did the day before. And last but not least, if nobody else told you, Keith will tell you Keith loves you. If you guys need somebody to talk to, DM me. I can try, man. I don't know. I get so much scams. I try to avoid the DMs, but I'll try to help out anybody I can, especially if you're in a bad way. I know a lot of people have lost a lot of money recently, and nothing is worth doing something really stupid over, okay? It's just money. We can always make more money, all right? Thank you, guys. I'll be back Tuesday, 4 o'clock. See y'all then. Till then, sky's the limit, y'all. I'm out. Peace.